You are well, and thank you for joining me today. We're going to be getting real. You might hear my dogs playing with their toy. Unfortunately, I didn't know they had a squeaky toy until I went live. But I think we need to really keep it real. We're going to be looking at the Jay Slater case from a different perspective. We're going to go and fueling everybody else. So I did want to preference this video, this live, so you are live, with saying that we at 1111 True Crime and myself, our entire family, truly feel bad for Debbie Duncan, the mother of Jay. We feel extremely everybody to know that is the loved ones and friends of Jay, that everything we've done on this channel has been nothing but respectful as far as we know. We were trying to help bring closure to the case in the truth. And I'll be honest, as I always am, and I gotta keep it real. Every bit of our sources that we were using were coming from some of the sources that allege, such as Mark Williams, that they are working with the family. So you've left me completely confused today. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to see if Noah will get the squeaky toy away. Hold on. I love you. All right. So you are live with me. Welcome to 1111 True Crime. And if you are watching replay, I'm about to do a little meet and greet. Just see who's tuning in on the live with me. Just fast forward just a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds, if that's not your thing. I want to read this real quick. Who was giving the info and updates on Jay Slater's case from location in Tenerife? Who was reporting to us that there were links to nefarious groups of crime? Who now, dropped off the case? Well, I think we all know the answers to that, but we're going to go ahead and dig into it. And I saved some clips from Mark Williams that I'm like, oh, see, everything you say is recorded and shared. I saved some things from AYUB. What? And I saved some things from Chris P., who is allegedly, rumor has it on the YouTube True Crime streets, dirty deleted. In other words, all this information that he put out on his TikTok is allegedly, and it could be wrong, but I'm hearing it from some relatively good sources, that his TikTok is gone. So he alleged that he just poofs into the case out of nowhere. He's there 3 days, gets on here, guarantees us. And I know y'all can be like, strong words, yes, but that's how we speak over here. I'm telling you now, if you guarantee something, you're not going to use that word if you don't feel strongly. I don't care what kind of language you speak. I'm just saying, keep it real. So I decided today we're going to give credit where credit is due. And let's review through some clips what fueled the actual fire. Where did Debbie get these ideas that there could be notorious rug involvement? MW. I'm about to show you out of his own words, right? In fact, Mark went on, you're going to hear, to really enforce this concept that Jay was not only scared, but frightened for his life. Okay? And then if you get off of Mark and you head over to Chris, we have somebody that's in real estate that pops up that looks like, I'm sorry, he should have been sweating like a gallon of milk on a hot summer day locked up in a car, but there wasn't a drop of sweat coming off the man that I could see. There was no sweat on his shirt. Big old white shirt should have had stains. I mean, it's super hot, blah, blah, blah. He comes on, he guarantees he was only there 3 days, and out of his own mouth, He alleged basically that he recovered the situation, that they solved it. So did he find the body? And if so, how did he know where the body was? How did he know Jay really went into the Tenerife Mountains at all? We never got to the bottom of that. And now with his TikTok gone, I'm like, oh, so you come in, you talk about the Guardia Police and how you work and you're ex-military and all this, and you do this whole shenanigans of telling us where you think he is, and then you're right, and then you disappear. Okay, let's talk about this fella. AYUB, right? Let's get these other guys off the screen. Let's talk about AYUB. AYUB and Rocky, who's sleeping in the car. I went ahead and I was like, we're going to look at that. So if you really want to know the answers to where all these wild arse theories are coming from, maybe you need to run the mainstream media, right? The mainstream media right here. And that's what's really been going on. Just saying, let's keep it real. So we're going to go over what each one of them brought to the table. We're going to do a little review reaction. Now we have a little hindsight that Jay has been found, because it was called trolls, right? And I know there are trolls that did some terrible things that have nothing to do with any of us. But online sleuths too are taking a hit, and that's not really fair when you got somebody like Mark Williams that's saying, working closely with the family, and then is putting out the exact information to the online sleuths that the mother is finding and blaming the online sleuths for causing conspiracy theories. No ma'am. With all due respect, that is, as y'all say, how do you say the rubbish? A whole pile of rubbish. That's rubbish. All right. Hey, Zoe. Hello, everybody. Hello, my beautiful Jennifer Swain. I hope you are healing. We love you. I think of you often, and I'm keeping you in my prayers. Hi, Gizmo. How are you? Krita Sign In. Good to see you. Ocean 24 Deep. Good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Natty North Country Gal. Good to see you, and welcome to 1111 True Crime. All right, that was our meet and greet. Hello to everybody. I couldn't possibly say hello to everybody, but we're going to jump over. Let's do it. Let's get these fellers off the screen a minute, and let's jump over. Now, the last time, before we jump into this, the last time you and I were together, we were working on phone screenshots. And there was a huge quantity, a huge amount of people that did not understand that that is not the length of a call. That is the time of day. And I can prove it. Prove it! Really, I can. And so we're going to be ending the video where I walk you through why I said in a couple responses, but I wasn't going to respond to hundreds of people. I'm going to do a video about it. So stay tuned, because I can prove that that is actually the 8:49 is the time of day. But we'll get into that. Hey, North Country Gal Love. Natty, 20 months as a starlight. Thank you. I appreciate you. Good to see you. Hi, Paulo. All right, you guys, let's get over here with Mark Williams. I think we have 2 on Mark. I think 2 videos on Mark. Let's go ahead and see what he had to say back then. And remember, I'm responding to comfort not only Jay's family, but as well as those cyber sleuths that are like, wait a minute, we were just trying to do good. And I really want to shout out, if you will, to where a lot of the information was coming from.
His disappearance, although we have opened up links with dangerous criminal underworld of drugs and associated crime. We have a number of outstanding actions that still require completing and remain open-minded with our investigation. I would like to appeal again for any parties involved in their own searches to share their data with us so we can compile an accurate.
So, let's hear that little part again.
His disappearance, although we have opened up links with dangerous criminal underworld of drugs and associated crime.
That's where the underworld crime connection originated basically from, is when Mark Williams is stating that they have interviewed and questioned many people, pretty much everybody that had contact with Jay, and in that they have opened up this underworld. Listen again.
Opened up links with dangerous criminal underworld of drugs and associated crime. We have a number of outstanding actions that still require completing and remain open-minded with our investigation. I would like to appeal again for any parties involved in their own searches to share their data with us.
All right, let's get that on the board, right? Let's talk about that for a minute. Mark himself is the one that directed that entire scenario. Everybody was hanging on to his every word. Angela Cook says there are plenty of conspiracy theories surrounding this case. It's time to put them to bed and let the family grieve and let Jay rest in peace. Then get off my channel. You weren't invited. This is for people that still care about the situation, not for people to come here and tell us when we should stop having feelings. When should we stop having questions? I'll put it to bed when I feel like it. Period. Jason 123 says Debbie talks about AYUB. Yes. I listened to the entire thing. Christopher Rose says there were no Souths that day she arrived in Tenerife when she got the message to kiss her son goodbye. Okay, I think you meant trolls. Good point. Christopher is saying, do we have Mark in the way? We have Mark in the way of the comments. All right. Excellent point. Christopher Rowe is bringing up what troll would there have been when Debbie is just getting to Tenerife? What one would have her phone number or her email at that point? I would have taken that personally as a mother very serious. Kiss the baby goodbye, right? No. I would not have just assumed anything at that point. Nor would I assume now that that was just a troll. I would have that tracked down in the United States by the fake Bureau of Investigation. Because we know TBI ain't gonna do it. They can't find nobody. But whatever. I do throw some digs in. Revolution is the only solution. Was this guy threatened? Excellent question. Because you lead me right into this. Are you ready? Let's jump over. Here's another one of Mark Williams' brilliant statements that fed the fuel. Right? Fed the fuel.
So we can compile an accurate.
What?
His disappearance, although we have opened up links with dangerous criminal underworld of drugs and associated crime. We have a number of outstanding actions that still require completing.
Okay, that's the same one. Hold on, I did something wrong. Oh, wow, it opened up
on the morning
here.
of the 17th of June, on arrival back to the rental, Jay spoke to a number of different...
It's alive! We need the goat! Hold a minute. I want you to be able to see the video. It opened up in a completely different spot, so... I have no idea. We make it work no matter what. Here you go.
People on his phone, and they would describe him as very much awake and still buzzing. As a result of information we...
Stop right there. His friends described Jay, after talking to him on the phone, as awake and still buzzing. Buzzing from what if he didn't take anything? If there's no rugs involved, as everybody would like us on the what was released by family, we'll just say that. What's he buzzing from?
We've received. We now know that Jay took certain actions whilst at the rental.
We now know that Jay took certain actions while at the rental
because he was clearly worried about his own safety.
Because he was clearly worried about his own safety. Boom! Right out of his mouth. Paula, you are right. Paolo says the mother, forgive me, said she booked Jay a very nice apartment. FFF. I hate the FFF part. The Truth Hurts says, Michelle, are you from the other channel After Dark? Michelle says somebody close to them sent that message, in my opinion. Please add in my opinion so that nobody, including you or me, is accused of slander. Mimi says, how can he rest in peace until anyone knows what really happened to him? I agree. Gizmo says, hey, Mama D, the detective for sure. I believe he is working on some kind of documentary, so I believe Debbie did say Jay could be or looked unconscious, allegedly in the car. I heard her. The Truth Hurts goes on to say, only out to fill his pockets, so start lies to keep himself relevant, in my opinion. Tina Turner believes, in my opinion, he was silenced. Gizmo Ladybird says Brad had the same trainers on as Jay at the funeral. Strange. Exactly. And I think it was Wax Unfiltered that showed that. Or it was Joseph Morris. I'm not sure. They're both doing a great job. But we've only started with what Mark has shared, right? That Jay is, what did he say? No, we want to hear it again. That we'll play it all the way through. I'm going to try to leave it alone. That he's frightened for his life, his own safety, right? Could that be where people started wondering what happened at the Airbnb? Now, keep in mind, I've got the other half of this interview where AYUB is responding with Rocky, and they're talking about this exact thing. Remember the bump, and he's like, the music not too loud? Come on, bro, think. That video? Yeah, I did a good impression of AYUB, didn't I? Okay. That video, another channel took the sound out of it for the music, and all we got is the voice. And I just grabbed a couple little snippets. I want to just say, they're calling out Mark. So either Mark isn't right or AYUB ain't right. Somebody's wrong on that. And then I want to talk about Chris P. Because I want to go over a little clip here. And we have a picture. Look at this. Wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just go.
On the morning of the 17th of June, on arrival back to the rental, Jay spoke to a number of different people on his phone, and they would describe him as very much awake and still buzzing. As a result of information we've received, we now know that Jay took certain actions whilst at the rental because he was clearly worried about his own safety, and this was shortly before he decided to leave. In the last few days, I have received a significant new piece of information which I've shared with both the British and Spanish police. This provides some clarity as to why he may have left in a hurry and did not want to return to the rental even though his phone was about to go flat. I know the internet is awash with theories. Some are massively wild speculation, others have elements of the truth, but overwhelmingly many are just made up. We are uniquely placed, having spoken to nearly all the key witnesses, to cross-check their accounts and evidence, thus building the clearest picture. We know that Jay was on his phone and alone at 08:50 on Monday the 17th of June, walking on a track just off the main road, about 30 minutes walk from the apartment. It was a cold, damp morning, only 18 degrees, with a high of that day only reaching 20.
All right. Now we're going to switch over to a different screen because he talked about 8:50 a.m. We know he was in the mountains alone, 8:50 a.m., right? 8:50 a.m. I said I was going to prove to you on the snapshots that that is actually the time right here in the upper corner. So let's grab that upper corner screenshot. It says 8:49. Now, a lot of you are trying to tell me this represents how long the call was. I'm going to show you why I absolutely disagree, with all due respect. First of all, we've got the time stated by Mark Williams that he's got confirmed at 8:50 a.m. and that they got that confirmed. I'm not doing justice on the writing, but you feel me, right? So right here we have this 8:49 time frame. Now down here on the bottom, you can see, let's switch screens here where I broke it down. You can see, and I snapped a little clip of it from down here, and it says updated 28 minutes ago. So let's just put that 28 minutes ago against that time of 8:49. We're going to take 8:49 and we're going to subtract 28 minutes. All right? We're going to get 1 and a 2, and we're going to bring down our 8. And so we have a time, an actual time of 8:21. Now, on the second snapshot, we've got this live location ended. What time did it end? Last updated yesterday. At what time? 8:21. Do you feel me? Do the math again. 8:49 is the time. Minus 28 equals 8:21. And what do we have right here? Let me move the lightning bolt. Location updated yesterday at 8:21. So, if we go back up to this screen, we have the time right here of 8:49 a.m. Hence why we have Mark, and we're going to switch screens back over to Mark. And he talks about that exact clip I'm showing you. It even shows it on the screen. And listen.
We know that Jay was on his phone and alone at 08:50 on Monday the 17th of June, walking on a track just off the main road, about 30 minutes walk from the apartment. It was a cold, damp morning, only 18 degrees, with a high of that day only reaching 20. The evidence we've been able to collect, including...
It's buffering and I don't know why. I got
highly experienced personnel. The rugged and dangerous areas.
It's buffering, but you heard him say at 8:50 a.m. and that he's scared for his life, right? That Jay is terrified for his life. So it is 8:50 a.m. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. All right, so this is 8:50 a.m. Now, if we go back to the breakdown screen, right? We take that 8:49 a.m., we take away that updated 28 minutes ago, and it puts the time at 8:21. And then we've got this right here, last updated yesterday, 8:21. Now, with that all being said, I did want to show you that this little area right here represents this lightning bolt where I got the charging from. So I want to show you how I do this. You open up your little snipping tool on your computer. You just take a little snippet of whatever it is. You choose to copy it. You go over to your PowerPoint and you paste it. And then you just grab it and you can bring it up. And now you can see what we've all been talking about. Let me clean it up a little bit, make it a little sharper. I don't know if we can improve it or not. What makes it better, what doesn't. There you go. And I'll crop it a little bit so you can literally see exactly where I'm talking about. So this person could be Brad's phone or Lucy's phone. I don't know. But they're saying that this is a screenshot of Jay's live app, I believe. And the reason I'm going back over this, and we're still going to get into AYUB, is you can see full bars. You can see the Wi-Fi signal. You can also see this phone is indeed on a charger because it's got this little number, only it's white, right? So then I was looking, let me move all that out of the way, we'll put it over here. I was looking, let me grab another little snippet, and I was curious about this, right? Let me paste it right there for you. It's tiny. See this right here? So 150, and it's got this weird little arrow. I'm wondering if that isn't an outgoing call. That was 1 minute 50 seconds. I'm thinking that is the outgoing call that had happened from this phone to whoever. I don't know if it's Jay, I don't know who it is, whoever's phone this is, and whoever they called. But then I was looking even more, and let me grab one more snippet. I'm going to tear this up. If we come over here, you see where I'm at on the phone? Let's paste that. Now, this is right here. Do you see that same little symbol? Let me crop this down. Whoops. So you see which one I'm talking about. And it looks very similar. And I'm like, what does that mean? Is that meaning outgoing? I don't know. It's the same shape. I don't know if it has anything to do with anything, so I was left with that question. But if we do go back over here, like I said, 8:49 is the time. Bum, bum, bum. All right, lovely. Back to this. Let me see where we are. Hello, hello. Let me get that off there so I can see chat. Claire says the part about his friends talking to him, I believe he took that at face value. He didn't say that he accepted that some of what he has been told. He did say that he accepted that, quote, some of what he has been told is not true. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Az, welcome, lovely. Good to see you. Thanks for modding. Carol Ray says, my Jack Russells are playing. They're about a year old. Says, I think when Debbie goes through the anger stage of grief, she will want answers. Keep up a good work. I love this channel. Thank you. I pray, I really do. I feel for her. I can't imagine. I mean, your head's going to be swimming with everything. And yeah, some really bad people, like, sent her stuff. But I don't think all of it was trolls. I think some of it early on should be investigated as possible truth messages. Like, seriously. Yeah, he claimed to be a property developer. Well, and he showed a lot of property, and then also into like, you see something or another fighting. I don't want to name them, but whatever. No way a property developer? I don't know. I didn't look into it that serious. It looked questionable to me. The arrow isn't outgoing call, isn't. Okay, I don't know what the arrow is. I'm asking. What is the 150 with the arrow? I'm stuck. I do know the 8:49 is the time. I was just number 145. What? Oh, you were number 45? Maybe nobody likes our channel. Y'all, show me some love on the like button, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. Lanny Stevens says, people need to stop making up conspiracy theories unless you have lived on the rock. You have no idea what goes on in the rock underworld. Only one person runs everything on the island. Lanny Stevens. Well, thank you for sharing that. What dogs are they? Come here, boys. Come here, Jack. Now that you ask, this is Jack. He's like the love of my life, and he has a brother that's the other love of my life. These are my boys, ain't ya? Okay, all right. No kisses right now. Get down, please. Come here, Lucky. You can get up? You get up? Come on. All right, the brother did it. And now this is Lucky. These are my babies. Yeah. They run my life. Thanks for asking. I do get asked if I'll show the boys, because you get to hear them enough, right? You hear them playing. Okay. Dana Lynn says that arrow on an iPhone is indicating location service is on. That would make sense. Jason123, she does. She said today she wants answers what happened at or in the B&B. I feel for her. Y'all, there are some people that get on there and crocodile and they have no tears. This lady, I can feel it when she cries. I just want to hold her and just rub her back and let her cry on my shoulder. I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad for the brother. The brother is like the best little brother I could ever have. And I'm like, God, what to take. You think your kid's going on vacation and then this happens? Mahara McDonald said, yes, Lenny, but the conspiracy come from MTW Crispy and witness statement. All the channels are just questioning the evidence that has been presented. Exactly. That's the truth. Let's get over here.
Training.
Let me move him on
Once you're
screen.
in it, you're in a man trap and you can't
Listen
get
close.
out. That means Jay, the poor boy, is stuck down there, but all of this noise around the situation is distracting everyone.
So before Jay is found, this guy arrives in Tenerife, hot on the scene for 3 days, and allegedly, rumor has it, and he's made it sound like he solved it. I have to talk loud over them playing. Boys, we're live. We're working. Working. Be good. Go lay down. He comes hot on the scene and he's saying, it only took us 3.5 days. 3.5 days. What only took you 3.5 days? Did you find him? And then disappear and delete your TikTok or your Instagram or whatever platform you own. Because my problem with that is when we have a major case where this kid could be anywhere in the world. And he's seen walk in one direction, but he didn't go that way. No. He went off-road. How did you know How did your gut tell you that you were so right that you wanted to take the lead in getting the Guardio whatever avocado police to look for this kid exactly where you said? Where'd you get that from? How did you know without a shadow of a doubt that he's in that one place? I just can't get over it. Anytime that somebody goes missing and some person comes in and they're like, I know exactly where the missing person is, but nobody will listen to me. 99.9% of the time, they have no clue and they're wrong. But not with Crispy. Crispy, that's what we'll call him, Crispy. Is he disappears, poof, gone. Don't want to answer to nobody. Super sus, super sus. Definitely something not right with the timeline. It all stinks. I agree, Gizmo. Thank you for that snooper chat, lovely. Steve the Cockney, hello, hello. Can I show you my dogs? I did, lovely, I did. Paul Nolan, the arrow represents your phone location setting, namely, is if an app has access on. I think that's what it is too now. They are beautiful. Thank you. They're my babies. You have Newfoundland? I can't hardly say that. You have 4 Newfoundlands. Newfoundlands. I have a hard time with certain words. Christopher Rose says, has Debbie been told not to carry on looking into it because the other family members would come to harm? I don't know. I know she's protective of how Jay is viewed. How others view Jay. Like when Debbie talked about the history Jay had, and it could be what the mother truly believes. It could be the truth. I don't know. But she distances Jay from the Tom situation. She puts a lot of distance there. There have been rumors that suggest that, how do I want to put it? That Jay stole a watch. She addressed it. It's not just rumors. It's like she's saying there were 2 posts, including those in the UK, getting this WhatsApp, like where you can send money, of an AP watch, right? And then another one where, and she was referring to Jay, didn't even look. She used the word, I believe, conscious in the other snap where he allegedly stole a watch. That would bug the hell out of me. Like if my kid, I would know. I really would know. I truly believe that because I keep it real with my kids. If that's possible, if they would steal someone's watch or not. I would know. With my kids, I'd be like, they've never sold anything in their life. I know that when they took bubble gum when they were 10 and they got caught, they got in trouble. So then I'd be like, okay, at least I know they do steal. So it's either one way or another. I think you'd know if your kid would steal a watch or not. I think you'd know. Could be wrong. Maybe you're not in tune with your kid. But she talks about how Jay would make meals with her and wanted fresh veggies, and it was refreshing, to be honest, to hear it. But I do hope that we do get some answers, true answers, right? But how did this dude know anything? And then where the hell did he go? Where did he come from? Where did he go? Cotton Eye Joe.
Including the police, away from the truth. What we need to do right now is we need to get the Guardia Civil back on the land up in Masca. We need to get a specialist military unit back on the land up in Masca, and we need to go and look for this boy who's had a very unfortunate misfortune, probably fallen off cliffs hundreds of feet high, and he's stuck at the bottom of it like a bag of bones.
What? I'll never get over that part. How did he know that Jay wasn't on some little part where his ankle got broke and he couldn't get up, and then he demise because he couldn't get help. How does he not know that? How is it that he has the exact scenario? Not only did Chris P know where Jay was, which is amazing. Like, psychically, you need to get yourself a channel and be like, oh yeah, I know where all the missing people are. But not only does he know where the boy will be found and be right, he knew exactly what had happened to Jay. Beat that. Do you remember the old Johnny Carson where he had the, you know, envelope, and he'd say the answer, and then he'd open it up and read the question, and he was always right? Because that was staged. He'd be like, what's black and white and red all over? A newspaper, right? He knew the answer to the question. This man not only knows the location, he not only knows the where, but he knows the how, and he suggests the why. I doubt there's many detectives that would bet a guarantee on having all three right. Right? So to me, that right there, that man right there, number one, what the heck's going on, sussy as a Gussie, when you delete your TikTok. But don't worry, Crispy. We got all your little words all recorded that we can play for years and years to come if we choose. Just saying. Excuse me. Mariah McDonald says, he never said all that at the start. Well, everything he was saying right there was before Jay was found. So, before they even found Jay's body, days before, where is he? You heard what he all said. They're going to find the bag of bones because Jay is over a cliff, way hundreds of feet down, had an unfortunate accident. TBCO1 says he knows too much. He's definitely dodgy. Wouldn't you want to ask that if you weren't there? Like you're with... Okay, let's pretend it's not Luggy. Pretend it's you and me. You and me are out there, and we meet we meet with Chris. All right? Jay hasn't been found. And he tells us all this. And he says he's going to be over a ravine, hundreds of feet down. He's going to be nothing but a bag of bones because he had a bad accident, right? And you're with him. And then a couple days later, they're like, yep, we found that guy. He was over a cliff a couple hundred feet down, and he was just a bag of bones. Yeah. And it's in the exact same location. Would you not be like... how do you know that? How do you know that? I'm just asking. A bit of due. Chris P was exposed as having a very dark past. I told you I don't know a lot about his past, but I will tell you I found that he was in the put 'em up club, right? The put 'em up club, big time. And then we have a kid on the other side of the cliff that has traumatic damage to his head. The watch thing is to throw us off, says Ocean Deep 24. Shazmarie says this guy is dodgy. He's part of the Lies 100. Could be. Jesse says, I don't believe Jay stole a watch. 29.1 subscribers, less than 1,000 to go, and lucky subscriber will win the video camera. And I forgot to show it to you guys. Let's jump over. Okay, so everybody, I want you to know I appreciate all the love and support. We are giving away, when we hit 30,000, this little, and I got it so you can see what to write, DVC giveaway. DVC giveaway, only on this channel. Any video, you can put that as a subscriber, not during the live, but on replay. And it's a cute little camera. It's going to be somebody's very soon. Very, very soon, because we're like right there. Thank you, Jennifer, so incredibly much for that snooper chat and all your absolute amazing, generous support to our channel. I greatly appreciate you. We all do. Ocean Deep, as if you'd brag about the watch, anything just don't make sense. No slews. I bet you did mean that. I think you're right, Az. I heard he deleted his channel too, Shaz. His TikTok that he did everything on. Darcy Butler, welcome to 1111 True Crime. You said something feels very off and strange to me. Pablo says, the truth hurts. Who is Luggy? Luggy, you guys, is the guy that, I don't even want to get into it, but he is partner in crime, if you want to call it that. I'm just saying that as a nature of the word, with Crispy, if you feel me. Let me like that. Can I like that? I did. There we go. Because AM told him. Could be. A lot of people wonder, because he did talk about that a little bit, that he had spoken with AYUB or whatever. Watch is a decoy. 100% Chris and AYUB have the links. Can't trust him, says Katie Kelly. He's shifty in my opinion. Please don't call me darling. I'm sorry. My ex called me darling, and he turned out to be a swindle. KB, hello to you, lovely. Yep, there you go, Az. Thank you, love, for saying that. Okay, you guys, I want to get over back to this, and let's finish playing it out. I'll back it up a little bit, and then I want to review a little picture that showed up of AYUB and Jay together. Oh yeah, I caught it on the interview that Debbie was doing with the Sun, and they showed the picture, and then that picture came off of Unwaxed Filter. Wait, Wax Unfiltered, sorry. I get dyslexia. All right, let's rewind this. Pay attention, and that's all I'm going to say about Crispy here for right now. But let's give some credit where the credit's due for how this stuff gets started.
Off cliffs hundreds of feet high.
Oh, not far enough
very
back?
Unfortunate misfortune, probably fallen off cliffs hundreds of feet high, and he's stuck at the bottom of it like a bag of bones. We need specialist military and police people to go there and research it, so that the family can have peace and closure. And I guarantee you, if the military go up there, they will find him.
If the military go there, they will find him. He says that so confident and smooth and assured, and everything tells me he knew when he did this video that that's where Jay was. That's my humble opinion. How did he know? And where did he go? I don't know. I just don't know. We're going to skip the part where he don't sweat, or do you? Let's watch the little part. We'll do a few seconds of him not sweating. So I'm going to be real. I'm going to keep it real. You ever seen a gallon of milk sitting in a car? Hot car? And it's cold gallon milk? What's it do? It sweats like a bald man in the sun. Why? Because bald people don't have hair. So the sun gets on their head and sweat rolls down, right? Rolls down. Like it's just like dripping off their nose, dripping off their face, right? What's up? Stop. There ain't nobody at home. It's just me and you, baby. But we don't have that. So here's a little part of Crispy not sweating at all. How's he looking for Jay in Tenerife on a hot day that he can barely handle everything on because he's so overwhelmed by the heat that's just taken all of the searchers down? But as he's as chubby as a donut in a donut factory, a donut worker, and he ain't got no sweat.
Say once you're off, I ain't going back that way. Talk about being committed, so I need to get into that water crescent there, follow that to the V notch.
Quiet, boys.
And then I'm meeting Adrian at the RV point over there.
Oh, thank you. Kira McCarty says Debbie contracts herself in the interview 1 minute saying she was scared to touch the GoFundMe and then about using it to pay for accommodations. I don't trust Chris one bit. Well, I'm not going to comment on the GoFundMe. I feel that that's not my business. I'm just not going to get into it. If you donated, you donated. When you give money away, I don't think when you gift it, you decide how it gets spent. I'm just saying, I think once it's gifted, that's out of your control. If I gave a friend of mine or if I had given money, which maybe I did, I'm certainly not going to go back and be like, I gave you a gift and now I want to know how you use that money. I'm not going to get into that. But what I was saying is, with Chris, his head is smooth as a baby's butt. I don't see one little dribble of sweat. And in my humble opinion, I mean, face it, he should be drenched in sweat. He's a chubby little feller, right? He's got a couple rolls. I am too. We tend to sweat a little bit, especially if you're a man with no hair. Bald people sweat. Have you ever seen somebody bald out in the sun? Their head beads up. His looks like it came out of the refresh room and has moisturizer on. I don't see anything showing me that this man was actively searching anything. It's like, I question if he was really out there for nothing more than some screenshots to justify how he would find Jay Slater if he stumbled upon him. So let's get some stage shots so that later it'll make sense why I'm the one finding him and reporting it to the Gazzardo Avocado LE. Okay? But in that, you've heard Chris say he knew exactly where he was. And he not only knew the location, but he also knew exactly what had happened. So he knew location and he knew the how. And he suggested that he went off this path and went like rogue, if you will, into the mountains to get to the water when there's nothing waiting at the water. There'd be no reason. There's no end to the means. The child has no point to go to the water. It's not like Jay was obsessed, okay, I'm thirsty, I'm going to go to the ocean and drink salt water. It just don't work, train coming through. Now, let's look at this little picture. Let me shrink it up. AYUB and Jay together came off of the little Sun interview. And that's Jay, and that's AYUB. They knew each other. So this wasn't just some stranger that Jay was allegedly crashing with. Jay right here, you got AYUB right there. Can't make it up. Gizmo says it's 5 minutes from the sea, no sweat. Could not have walked through all that brush. Thank you, dear. I agree. Tanya Snow, hello, lovely. In my opinion, it is my feeling, too, that Chris knew exactly where and when Jay was dumped. In fact, I possibly think that he was involved in how he got there and exactly what happened to him. It's sus for him to delete and disappear. I mean, who steps into a case hot into it when it's been 25 days, we'll say, just grabbing a number because it wasn't 29, that's when they found him. So just a few days prior to the boy being found, it's been almost a month, this boy ain't found. You come off your job that has nothing to do with missing people at all. You get on TikTok. You take a couple screenshots of you not sweating or doing anything out in the brush where you look like you're huffing and puffing, but it's the same as crocodile tears. You got no sweat. You make a couple screenshots. Do I look like I'm working? And he makes a comment, I got to meet Luggy up at the RV. And then he changes that. He skipped that and changed. I caught him on that. So RV, they got an RV they're staying, and he's saying he's in a man trap, but he's got to meet Luggy at the RV. And I'm thinking, yeah, because you're done with your screenshot. And then it's alleged, rumored on the YouTube street that he's the one that found the body, and then he disappears. So he showed up out of nowhere, hot to trot, acting all confident, setting up the scene. Man, I'm shredded. I've been looking for the boy. Standing up there, no sweat. Now jump to a video where you say, I know where he is. I've been looking. There's one place left. He's got to be here. And I want to get, okay. And now you're gone. Poof. It don't make sense. Right, TBC01. He looked like a drinker in my opinion too. I mean, he was smoking that cigarette. He had that cigarette. Where's a pen? All the dogs have got my pens. So he was like this. He was like, on one of his videos, listen to the ambulance go by. He was like, I'll show you how much I care about likes. I'll show you how much I care about likes. That's how much I care about likes. And I'm like, what are you on? You're a lush. In my humble opinion. I just don't buy it. Carol Ray says, I don't know about Shifty. He's a cocky sod. Sod always cracks me up. He bloody knew where Jay was, in my opinion. The truth will come out if we all keep up with the pressure. Carrie, where are you, Carrie? Okay. Carrie says, in my opinion, Chris Sawyers changed his name and ran to Tenerife. New identity. I'll have to check into that. I gotta look it up. Hold on. Let me get a new window. Let me switch it up. We'll go here. And what's the dude's name? Sawyer? I want to see. Okay. If I find something, I'll share it. I'll go images and we'll see. I don't see anybody that has that name that looks even remotely like him. But I did look him up, and I think his last name, I mean, it was on his Facebook. He didn't have that blocked or nothing. It was totally public. It said Pennington, I believe. And then that was his name in a couple of the interviews he gave as well. I'm going to look this guy up. This guy's from the UK, and his name is Chris Pennington. Oh, he looks nothing like that dude, so I don't know. Kim Hun, you can do the giveaway to get into the giveaway, but you have to do it after the live. And you have to put the DVC giveaway, love. Gizmo, come on now. It's all the narrative they need to get over to the public, but it doesn't work. Hey, Shazmary, you nailed it, Mama D. Paula Carey, yep, looks so dangerous and pig-headed. Claims to be the property development. Laugh my butt off. Lorna says Chris did say if either of the parents ask him to stop talking about it, he will. Maybe they told him to shut up. Mr. Slater then said he wants people to stop talking about it. Let's see what happens. Debbie did say Ophelia was very cold towards them. Really? That's creepy. All right, you guys, let's get over to half screen again. We're going to check out Ab and Jay. Ab and Jay. Okay? Well, I want you to just remember this little scene from Ab. Another one that fueled the fire. Right here, Ab. Especially with these little videos he did. Like, you know damn well he's fueling the fire here. Right? Starting off with the last location, then going to the Tenerife Mountain View, and then showing the exact point where Jay's phone last pings, well, not exact, but right in there, and then going back to the Airbnb and showing the mountain. Yeah, no, that to me is screaming something. I don't know what it is, but it's screaming.
Relax,
Okay.
like, leave Lucy alone, because to be fair, Lucy was the first one at my yard saying, yo, like, I'm looking for him. Where is he? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Leave Lucy alone. See? He's protecting people.
really outside, like, do you know what I'm saying? Really outside UK. Big up really outside UK. Do you know what I mean? People do love listening to drama, Kelly. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, did you know the group of friends? Of course I did. Like, how else would...
Of course I did. Did you know the group of friends? Of course I did. Lucy knew Ab. How would she have known where to go? How would she have known how to call Ab? Annie just said, of course I did. Lucy's the one stating that it was two men she did not know. Ab's not saying that. Okay, here you go.
Would I be around, like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we was doing our own things, by the way. Like, we weren't out together because I don't listen to, like, that music that they were playing in our NRG. Do you know what I mean? It's not my thing. Went to the AU, you know, Charlie Sloth's gaffer and Big Nasty. Big them up, adore, doing good stuff. Somebody grabbed...
So he was doing his own thing, him and Rocky, at a different thing. We have a tiny town. When I hear ambulances and fire trucks going out, I'm always like, who died? We got 5 alarms going out. I pray for who... I have to do it, y'all. I'm from a tiny town. I do it every time. I pray to give strength to whoever needs help right now. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Sorry, I really do that. It's a thing. It's an OCD thing, too. Silver Scent says, and she said Jay wasn't a drinker. Okay, let's
Rocky
listen.
And put him in it because it's going mad. Because I need my guy in here because I feel like cornered, but I'm weaving. You get me?
He feels like calling his guy because he needs his guy in there because Ab says, I'm weaving. And he does the snake sound, right? The snake sound. I'm weaving. What does a snake do? Weaves between things. Interesting words, right?
Why was he scared? I don't know why he was scared. Like, and he ain't here to answer that question. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I don't want to say like what, like, do you know what I mean? People could be going through something in their own heads. Who knows? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I offered him a lift back, but obviously when I wake up, because you got to remember,
He does say he offered him a lift back. And he's about to tell you that they got to the Airbnb at 6:30 in the morning. So if AYUB is correct, which I doubt he is, that it only took them 30 minutes to get there and they arrived at 6:30, then Jay would not have left the rave until it was done, which makes more sense than leaving in the middle of it, before 6 and after 5. So he would have been leaving the rave at approximately 6 a.m. according to what AYUB is sharing with us.
woke, we come back at like 6:30, 6:40 in the morning, like, and I only slept for an hour before I had to move my car. Like, bro,
He only slept for an hour and he had to move his car. So now we're talking about the person knocking on the door at around 7. And they didn't knock. He tells us it was a buzz, a really loud buzz. Steve Cockney does make a good point. Weaving as in boxing. Sure. Because AYUB knows how to do that, right? He fought with Brandon. Right? The Put 'em Up Club. Isn't that weird how Crispy was all, like, I checked out his one of his things, Pennington's things, and it was all about the Put 'em Up Club. And AYUB's like, I'm weaving? Yeah.
not driving another half an hour. And yeah, all of this 1 hour away. Bro, I was in a Cooper estate, zooming the road. Like, it's not an hour away, it's half an hour away. And everyone's calling me a dealer. I was 19. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm 30 now. I'm not a trapper, yo. Bro,
I'm
like,
not a
everyone's
what?
asking.
I want his shirt. I'm not a trapper. I'm not a trapper. Why would you have a shirt made that says I'm not a trapper? Why would you wear that shirt? I'm not a trapper. I don't get that.
Not a trapper, yo. Bro, like, everyone's asking, why was he scared? Bro, I don't know why he was scared, bro. Like, stop asking me. Like, you're asking the wrong guy. Like, why was he scared? Did he just come back to chill?
I'm going to jump ahead to where Rocky gets here. And now both AYUB and Rocky are talking about Mark Williams. And they talk about Mark Williams telling AYUB and Rocky that Jay allegedly was packing 2 knives and scared for his life. Let's get over to Rocky's face. All right, Rocky and the Bullwinkle. And Rocky's another boxing kind of name, right? Adrian! Okay, I had to do it. Silver Cent says, according to Luggy, AYUB's a victim according to Debbie. She has no time for AYUB, and one day she might speak to him. DM Love, hello, how are you? You said, why was he up at that hour taking young boys to his B&B to go to sleep? Mariah says, yes, I heard that, Sadie. That is so puzzling. Why have Spanish Please still got his, we can't say that, but because of YouTube, but yeah, you read it. Hey, Star Winters, good to see you. Yes, we'll have to pay for, okay, I can't talk about that kind of stuff on YouTube, sorry. Ocean Deep 24, I thought Rocky was asleep in the car. Oh yeah, Rocky's asleep in the car. This gets really, really weird. Let's do it. Hold on.
I drove back to the Airbnb, not for 1 hour, 20 minutes. I zoomed it in half an hour. Which, you know, like, I'm a driver, bro.
Bro, what are you talking about? Who plugged Jay? What are you on about, bro?
What did you say?
Who plugged Jay? Bro, what are you on about?
Nah, chill out, bro.
Bro.
We not do them things, dog.
You know,
Why did you book Mascot B&B in a different name? I don't put nothing in my name. Like, what you...
He didn't put the Airbnb in his name because he never puts anything in his name. What's your day job, dude? Bro, think. What's your day job? How do you pay for things? How do you book these little Airbnbs up in the mountains? How are you paying for stuff? You want people to think you're credible and not a trapper. But yeah, you got no day job. You're out here swindling, trying to con people into paying you to talk to Haji and trying to set up deals for them. You're scavenging, dude. You're a scavenger. AYUB, you're a scavenger in my humble opinion. You're an opportunist. Debbie literally just said it was dark when Jay went by B&B. Oh my God, sorry. I'm just in shock at the moment. Let me go back. Maybe I missed it. Okay, let's listen.
I drove back to the Airbnb, not for 1 hour, 20 minutes. I zoomed it in half an hour. Which, you know, like, I'm a driver, bro.
Bro, what you talking about? Who plugged Jay? What you on about, bro?
What did you say?
Who plugged Jay? Bro, what are on
Nah, chill out, bro. We not do them things, dog. Why did you book Mascot B&B in a different name? I don't put nothing in my name. Like, what are you on about? Like, what is you even talking about? Look, she said, why didn't you drive to his hotel if you was gonna... yeah, trust me, CM, they got me on live. Why didn't you... like, why didn't you take it to the hotel? Bro, he looked at me and said, bro, I ain't got the key to my place. Them lot are gone back, left and that. Can I roll with you, man? He asked me, bro. I didn't invite no one, right? I invite baddies back to my place. You know what I'm saying? Like,
only baddies.
And you know what happened the night before. Do you know what I'm saying? These lot don't even know. Like, rockets, bro. I don't have to explain it to them, bro. You know what I mean? But the mad thing is, like, like, they were, why was he scared when he left?
What?
Bro, I don't know why he was scared. That's in his own head, like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I could tell you how I'm feeling and what I'm going through. My head, like, do you know what I mean?
Like, who's making up this conspiracy theory saying he was scared?
Oh, no, you know that. Detective guy said, oh, he had 2 knives on him and he left scared. That's even more mental. Like, the guy had 2 knives on him. Like, he was in danger, let alone that. Do you know what I mean? But no one's saying nothing about that. But like I said, I'm not even going to complain about.
Did you catch that about Mark, the detective, telling AYUB and Rocky that Jay allegedly had 2 knives on him? That's where that story came from, is right here. Right, Ocean Deep saying, why did you take him then? The bishops, beware of grown men who surround themselves with youths. Gizmo says how ridiculous about the key. He could bring his friends to let him in. For real. Natalie Taylor says AYUB pleaded not guilty for rug dealing when he was 19. He was convicted by a UK jury. His word is not to be trusted, in my opinion. Forgive me, I'm gonna cough. Clear my throat. DM says, DM Love, hello lovely. Why is he saying irrelevant things like show off like a child does to his friends at school? What happened the night before? I want to know too. Karen says AYUB also said Rocky was in his cell when he was, or I think he meant car, when he was supposed to be in the car sleeping. Oh, in his cell. Okay, let's listen to this part. This is where he says, I think it's coming up, I hope I didn't miss it, where AYUB says that Rocky is in the car sleeping and that Jay, he gave him a couple fags, meaning cigarettes, and that he said you can borrow a charger in there where his mate is sleeping. And then he corrects himself and he says, my mate.
About that.
Oh, look at the issue about
I've been in danger many times, like, do you know what I mean? I've been shot at before, like, yeah, look, someone wrote, people freak out on the come downs.
I heard that.
You know what I'm saying? You're basically playing stupid. Am I now, dumb? Why was I in danger? Apparently, he had a knife on him, Naomi Elizabeth.
That is from the horse's mouth, mate.
You know what I'm saying?
That mark, guys. Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. What Rolex, Agatha? Yeah, he told me he was cutting that. He said, yo, bro, I'm off.
FB.
Oh, shit. Trinity said, who are these baddies? Oh, my shit.
Who are these baddies?
Oh, like, nah, bro, don't get me in trouble.
Talk
I
about
don't want, yeah, it's mental. It's mental. Like, life can get you in trouble, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's mental. Someone said, where's the blanket? On the sofa where he left it. Hey, how was someone already asleep? Well, no, he asked me for the charger, but his mate, well, my mate was sleeping.
Listen.
On the sofa where he left it. Hey, how was someone already asleep? Well, no, he asked me for the charger, but his mate, well, my mate was sleeping. Rocky, like, I don't even have to say.
Yeah, I was.
You're here now, like,
Well,
you know what I mean?
lit that night. I got drunk. I was sleeping in the car. With my phone.
He was sleeping in the car with his phone.
He was lit. Why did he not charge his phone? I don't know. I was sleeping, so I can't even tell you, mate.
They're asking about, it weren't just you three.
There's off now.
Was so guilty, Miss CLB.
Like,
if I'm guilty, then arrest me then. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you on about?
you're live as well.
Nah, Pot of Paper's a legend, you know this, like. Sip.
See how he just skimmed over that? He said, I'll play it again. He skims over it. Listen.
You then arrest me then.
Okay,
Do you know what I
listen
mean?
close.
Like, what are you on about?
You're live as well.
Nah, Pot of Paper's a legend, you know this, like.
Did you hear that? Listen one more time.
You then, do you know what I mean? Like, what are you on about?
You're live as well.
Nah, Pot of Paper's a legend, you know this, like.
Just saying. As says the horse's mouth, and yeah, Rocky was where? In the car, asleep. Frank Gallagher says, if you haven't already, go watch the latest upload from The Sun. You already shared that. I saw that just a few minutes ago. Debbie states, Jay went missing in the dark. Linda Quayle says, don't get why these two men were allowed to leave Tenerife the next day. No forensics on the car. B&B painted, allegedly. No forensics for 2 weeks. For real. I absolutely agree with you. I would love to know the answers. Bernie Mac says, apparently the night it happened, there was a scuffed coming from Jay's hotel room, allegedly. Lauren R.D. says, why would he move the car if Rocky was in it? It makes zero sense. That's a good question. Chris B. says the other person got to be early, either Brandon or Tom H. or an acquaintance of Tom H. My money on Podgy Dodgy. Tanya Snow says this conversation between Rocky and AYUB is so incriminating, and maybe they should have done a practice run first because they slipped up so much, in my opinion. Thank you, lovely. Sue says, so dodgy, there is not one credible witness or anyone who is being truthful. I agree. All right, my lovely Luz, I'm gonna jump off here. Like I said, I wanted to go over it. And let's do this. What are my sources for all my videos, basically, other than the interviews of the friends, right? Right here. Right here. Whoop. Where are you? Right there. Mark Williams, right? That's where my information was coming from. I bet if you ask, Wax Unfiltered, right there. Right there. Who else? This dude, AYUB. He was the one. Yeah, him and Mark Williams both put enough out there that's what started a lot of this. So let's give credit where credit is really due here. Because, Crispy, where'd you go? You come in here, hot off the press, making your little non-sweaty videos, just popping in the middle of the Tenerife. Hi, I can't find him. I'm cut to shreds. I know where he is. I know how he got there. We need to get the Guardio avocados over here to find him. You were right, and now you're poof, gone. And who's left holding the bag? The cyber sleuths. No. It wasn't Mark Williams. He didn't do anything right, nothing wrong. He didn't say things about underworld and knives or anything like that. It wasn't AYUB. Lord, no, he isn't anybody kind. He was just helping Jay out, just helping a feller out. And Crispy, he's just a hero, right? And it leaves all the cyber sleuths looking like we're crazy that we created this entire scenario in our own warped, sick, disgusting minds. Arg, matey! Yeah, I don't think so. I absolutely disagree. But I do, again, I wish all the family tons of unconditional love and healing and recuperation. I stand by them and hoping that they are able to find some solace, some comfort and peace with whatever knowledge that they choose to seek or don't seek. For me, I still got a ton of questions. I just do. I love you guys. I truly do. I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward to every time we hang out. You guys are incredible. We're going to be covering the Noah Pressgrove case next. I've been studying up on it. It reminds me of Jay Slater. It reminds me of Kylie Rodney. I'm all full of questions. There's a fight at a party, allegedly. There's a four-wheeler accident, allegedly. The friends all have different stories, and they find this kid without no clothes, wrong shoes, don't even have matching shoes, dead on the highway, and they're like, is it a hit and run? But there's not one piece of a vehicle on that road. Something right there, y'all. So, I plan on digging in. And I hope you'll come with me on that. In the meantime, I'm not giving up on Jay. Like I said, I'm keeping my eyes and ears peeled. I only come to you when there's something to talk about. And to me, there was a lot to talk about. So remember, give credit where credit is due, right? This way. Let's give all of them the credit. Good job, boys. Good job. Hats off. Love you guys. To the moon and back, and I will see you again very, very soon. Love you. Peace out.